The hearing room crackled with tension. Jim Jordan leaned forward, his voice rising, cutting across the chamber with the swagger of a man who thought volume could replace substance. But before his tirade could crest, Jasmine Crockett's words sliced through the noise, sharp, steady, undeniable. For a heartbeat, the room froze, cameras clicked, pens halted, even Jordan's jaw seemed locked in mid-motion. What happened next silenced the man who never stops talking, leaving a hush that told its own story. And this wasn't just a moment. It was the kind of clapback America would be replaying for years. This wasn't just another hearing. It was a battlefield where law, power, and America's future collided. Jim Jordan had built a reputation on chaos, interrupting, shouting, twisting procedure into theater. He thrived on drowning out voices that threatened his narrative. But across from him sat Jasmine Crockett, a first-term representative many underestimated until now. With a lawyer's precision and a fighter's resolve, she refused to be rattled, turning every interruption into proof of her composure. The stage was set, Jordan's bluster against Crockett's steel. But no one expected she'd turn the tables so completely that silence became her victory. Jim Jordan's style has never been subtle. He thrives on volume, interruptions, and the illusion of control, mistaking noise for authority. A man with a law degree who often forgets the very foundation of law, he leans on bluster more than substance. Time after time, his gotcha moments have unraveled, leaving him exposed as unprepared or unwilling to engage with facts. Yet his pattern continued, louder, brasher, convinced that dominance meant victory. It was a performance rehearsed for years. And yet, when he tried the same tactics on Crockett, the result would be nothing short of humiliating. Jasmine Crockett's story begins in Texas, where grit wasn't a choice but a way of life. As a lawyer, she built her name defending those without power, families ignored, communities overlooked, voices silenced. Her courtroom battles sharpened a mind trained to cut through distraction and expose truth. Colleagues knew her as principled, relentless, and never shaken by theatrics. She carried that same steel into Congress, unafraid to challenge the loudest voices in the room. And on this day, all of that preparation, sacrifice, and authenticity would collide with Jim Jordan's arrogance, live, on camera, before the nation. Jordan leaned in, his voice rising with each interruption, twisting questions into accusations, turning procedure into spectacle. He waved papers, cut off responses, and tried to drown the room in noise. But Crockett didn't flinch. Every pause, every measured response, felt like a trap she was quietly setting. Her calm precision contrasted sharply with his frenzy, each word tightening the rope around his argument. The chamber buzzed with anticipation, sensing a shift. And then, with one line, delivered steady and unshaken, Crockett unleashed the blow that froze Jordan in his seat, leaving silence heavier than all his shouting. Crockett leaned forward, her tone sharpened with the precision of a scalpel. She let Jordan's noise hang in the air, then dismantled it point by point, each fact delivered like a verdict. The room shifted, pens scratched, heads turned, cameras zoomed in. Jordan stammered, fumbling for footing as her legal expertise exposed every flaw in his bluster. A pause, heavy, electric, preceded her final line, the kind that echoes long after it's spoken. Whispers rippled, phones lit with instant reactions, social media ignited. By the time she was finished, Jordan wasn't just quiet. He was exposed for all to see. The moment went viral within minutes. Hashtags trended, clips looped endlessly, and memes captured the stunned faces in the chamber. Commentators dissected every word, praising Crockett's calm authority and razor-sharp intellect. Public opinion shifted almost overnight. She became the name on everyone's lips, a symbol of poise over pandemonium. Celebrities, activists, and political figures amplified her words, sharing admiration across platforms. Yet amid the likes and retweets, beyond the memes and headlines, there was something deeper stirring in the nation's consciousness, a quiet but unmistakable lesson about dignity, courage, and the cost of ignorance in America. In the stillness that followed, Crockett's words became more than a victory, they became a lesson. Truth, she showed, always outweighs arrogance. Knowledge always overpowers noise. The room's applause, the social media storm, even the stunned silence of her opponent, all reinforced a simple truth: resilience, intelligence, and calm endure when chaos cannot. For the audience watching, it was a reminder that dignity matters, that preparation matters, that courage matters. And as the echoes of that hearing faded, one idea lingered above all, because sometimes one calm voice can silence 1,000 shouts. Jasmine Crockett silenced Jim Jordan, not with volume, but with clarity, precision, and truth, exposing the cracks in his arrogance for the nation to see. The hearing became a testament. Dignity and knowledge still triumph over bluster and chaos. If you believe in the power of calm courage, in standing firm when the world shouts, share this story, subscribe, and join a movement of voices that refuse to be silenced. Because when history remembers this day, it won't remember the shouting. It will remember the silence that followed Crockett's words and the lesson it left behind.